Since being sent down to the OHL, Filip Mesar has begun to dominate, sniping a goal and having 4 points in 2 games for the Kitchener Rangers. Jesse, sending him down back to juniors has seemed to pay huge dividends so far for the Montreal Canadiens.
It's so true. And I really like this news from Kent Hughes that's really pulling the strings on this. Like, for our really skilled and talented guys, we need to put them in positions to skill. Like, players that we want to play in the top 6 in the NHL, we got to have them playing in the top 6 at kind of wherever level they're at. So I really like this move to really kind of nurture them, because we know there's some really good offensive talent there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, going from like a promising first round pick, 26th overall, to having a bit of a stagnation in his last season with the Kitchener Rangers, being under a point per game in the OHL. Regardless of that, Kent Hughes has told him that he wanted to see him as a top 6 guy in Laval, but with so much roster movements, guys getting sent down like Yoel Armia, he just hasn't found the chance to do it. And I feel like sending him back to juniors has clearly paid off so far, where he has 4 points in 2 games.
Definitely, and he's a very young guy. And that's the thing that we got to remember in this is, like, age matters a lot with our prospects in terms, like, we kept Barron, even though that maybe Norlinder had a better camp because of age. Like, with our prospects, Kent Hughes has said, you're all going to get your chance. You're going to get your fair kick at the can, and age really matters. So he's really a young guy. So to be able to kind of be sent to a spot where he can really showcase his skills, and really get, more importantly, that ice time to develop his game, I really like to see that they're really taking his development really seriously.
Yeah, and ice time is a great point, right? And I know he would have gotten a lot in Laval had it not been for some trades that Kent Hughes and co have made. But yeah, like, again, we've seen the flashes of skill from Filip Mesar. They've been there, but maybe the confidence hasn't quite been there, right? Maybe his awareness around the ice. But to go down in juniors, right? Like, we've seen them do this before. They did it with Owen Beck. It really feels like we're turning a page in the Habs development system this last year or so with Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton, where we're really prioritizing ice time. We're prioritizing these guys being able to dominate at their respective levels, whether it's Owen Beck or Filip Mesar or even someone like David Reinbacher, right? We've seen in the past some Habs prospects stagnate after playing in the NHL too early. Some of you might talk about Slafkovsky that way, but do you think this is like a worthwhile move for management? Do you think this turning of the page into sending these guys back to junior earlier is going to pay dividends long term?
It is. I think we're doing a much better job of developing our players. That's why we see, the Laval Rocket doing well so far in this year. Like, you need to be patient with your prospects. Like, it's not the game of making quick evaluations. It's really the long-term game and their window of opportunity that they have. We see, of late, Matthias Norlinder, very similar almost to Mesar, where we think, oh, maybe it's not panning out, only for them to start playing great again. Even you can maybe argue Cayden Primeau, maybe his time isn't done. So it's like, you need to be patient, right? There's still a long course. There's still a lot of hockey to be being played here. So I think, we got a good player. We just need to develop him properly. And I think that this was an important step in doing this.
For sure. And across the NHL, you see a lot of guys not always showing out in their first year after getting drafted, right? Look at, I mean, I'm not saying Mesar is going to be this level, but look at McKinnon. Look at Lafreniere, who's finally starting to break out this year. These guys take some time, whether it's a guy like Mesar or Slafkovsky, whoever it is, giving them the ice time, giving them the opportunity to develop will always pay off. But thank you for tuning into this shorter edition of Habs Digest. Did you enjoy? Leave a subscribe down below. If you like this shorter type of content, let us know what you think of it down below. I'm Josh Gosse for my co-host Jesse Poirier. We'll catch you in the next one.